What's up, guys? Tony Ramirez here, and welcome to the garage. If you're into turning wrenches, fixing up cars, or just keeping your ride in top shape, you're in the right spot. I drop real-world tips, no fluff, just what actually works. So hit that like button, smash subscribe, and let's wrench smarter, not harder. All right, enough intro. Let's jump right in.
Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm diving into the topic of company cars, specifically the benefits they offer and the rules that come with them. A company car is more than just a vehicle, it's a perk that can enhance your work-life balance, allowing for both professional and personal use. However, it's important to understand the distinctions between a company car and a vehicle strictly for business travel. I'll be breaking down everything you need to know, from the advantages of having a company car to the regulations that govern its use. So, whether you're considering accepting a company car or just curious about how they work, stay tuned. What's the difference between a company car and a service car? How is the company car benefit in kind calculated? Who pays for company car fuel? Who pays for company car insurance? Find the best garage to repair your car. See garages who can have a company car. A company car is a vehicle granted by a company to one of its employees in the context not only of his or her professional journeys, but also of his or her private travel. The company car is therefore a benefit in kind which is included in the employment contract. In most cases, the company car is allocated to employees occupying a certain position, executives or senior managers, sales staff and sales representatives. Occasionally, employees with ETAM, employee, technician, and supervisor status may also benefit. It's up to the employer to determine who can benefit from a company car. In principle, there are no rules. Some positions, however, are more suitable, particularly those who travel a lot in the course of their work, sales representatives, etc. What's the difference between a company car and a service car? How is the company car benefit in kind calculated? Who pays for company car insurance? The employer must also have declared a secondary driver on the company car's car insurance contract so that the other driver is insured when driving it. What's the difference between a company car and a service car? A service car is not the same thing as a company car. A company car is a vehicle made available to the employee for both business and private use. It can be used outside working hours, on paid vacations, at weekends, etc. The company car is also part of the employee's employment contract, and its withdrawal must lead to a change in the employment contract. The employee has the right to refuse it. If he accepts, the removal of the company car must lead to an increase in salary. On the other hand, the cancellation of a company car does not give rise to any financial compensation. Unlike a company car, it is not a benefit in kind. Find the best garage to repair your car. See garages. How is the benefit in kind of the company car calculated? Find the best garage to repair your car. See garages who can have a company car. The employer is free to choose the method of calculation. To calculate the real value of a company car, use the following formula: annual cost of the company car x private mileage, total annual mileage, plus private fuel costs. The annual cost of a company car varies according to whether the company owns or leases the vehicle, and also according to the age of the car. If the company owns the company car, the annual cost corresponds to the car's depreciation, incl. VAT, over 5 years, i.e. 20% per year, plus insurance and maintenance costs. However, if the car is more than 5 years old, depreciation is 10% rather than 20%. Finally, if the company leases the company car, the annual cost of the vehicle corresponds to the annual lease price, plus insurance and maintenance costs. What's the difference between a company car and a service car? How is the company car benefit in kind calculated? Leased vehicle, annual rental price incl. VAT plus insurance plus maintenance costs, x, kilometers driven privately, total kilometers driven, plus fuel costs paid by employer. The calculation is simpler if the amount is a lump sum. In this case, the benefit in kind is equal to 9% of the purchase price, incl. VAT of the vehicle if it is less than 5 years old, 6% of the purchase price, incl. VAT if the vehicle is more than 5 years old. If the employer pays the fuel costs, the benefit in kind is increased by the actual price of the fuel, or raised to 12% of the purchase price, incl. VAT for a vehicle less than 5 years old and 9% of the purchase price incl. VAT for a company car over 5 years old. Finally, if the company leases the vehicle, the lump sum benefit is 30% of the annual cost including VAT, rental, insurance and maintenance. If the employer does not pay the fuel costs, 30% of annual cost incl. VAT plus actual fuel costs or 40% of annual cost incl. VAT if employer pays fuel costs. Good to know, if your employer does not pay the fuel costs, you can deduct them from your taxes as actual expenses using the kilometric scale. However, you will no longer benefit from the flat rate 10% deduction. If the company car is an electric vehicle, the electricity costs paid by the employer are not taken into account when calculating the benefit in kind. A deduction of 50%, capped at €1,800, must be made on the total benefit in kind. A new decree will set the value of the allowance for a company car made available from January 1, 2023. If the employer provides a charging station, its use by the employee is valued as a zero amount. Who pays for fuel for a company car? Most of the time, it's customary for the employee to pay the fuel costs when using his or her company car for personal travel, weekends, vacations, etc. During working hours, on the other hand, the employer pays the fuel costs. The employee must then provide his employer with proof of these expenses, which the employer keeps. The same applies to invoices for car maintenance. Who pays for company car insurance? The company car is insured by its owner. This may be the company itself, or the leasing company that leases it if it's a rental vehicle. It is therefore not the employee's responsibility to take out company car insurance. He is, however, responsible for the use of the vehicle. If his employment contract does not stipulate that a third party may drive the vehicle, it is the employee who is at fault if another driver uses his company car. There is case law on this point. In the event of an accident or claim, many employers ask that the deductible be paid by the employee. But this varies from employer to employer. Some pay the first deductible but not the subsequent ones, while others pay them all. Now you know everything about company cars. This benefit in kind is highly prized by some employees. If your company takes it away from you, you are entitled to an increase in salary based on the calculations presented in this article. Find the best garage to repair your car. See Garage's mechanical guide tips and tricks. Who can have a company car difference between company car and service car. Company car benefit calculation. Who pays for company car fuel? What's the difference between a company car and a service car? How is the company car benefit in kind calculated? In conclusion, a company car can be a valuable benefit for employees, offering convenience and flexibility for both work and personal use. However, it is essential to understand the rules and regulations that govern this perk, including tax implications and usage policies. By being informed about these aspects, employees can make the most of their company car while ensuring compliance with their company's guidelines. Ultimately, a well-managed company car program can enhance employee satisfaction and contribute to a positive workplace culture.